Welcome back to Latasha Hewitt Homes. Thank you for stopping by this channel. As the name suggests, we talk about all things home cleaning, home organization, minimalism, a little bit of everything. And in today's episode, we're actually going to be talking about, as you probably already guessed, pantry organization. Now, I've waited to kind of do this video because I really just don't know what I really want to do with the pantry. But every time I go grocery shopping and it looks like this, it makes me say, okay, I need to create a system so that when we open this pantry, it looks a little bit more organized, it's easier to find things, and we're not letting expired things kind of hide behind other things. And so that's why we decided to go ahead and tackle it today. As you can see, a modest size pantry, standard shelves. I don't keep a whole lot of things in here, but we do go in here often, the whole family, probably 2 or 3 times a day. So it is a well-used space. So we need to make it work a little better. So follow me along as we try to create our organization process as we go. I have not pre-planned anything. So as we always do, you're going to walk through this process with me. Let's go ahead and tackle it. All right, guys, so let's start off with a little bit of a pantry tour. I try to keep cereal boxes and bulk items that are things that we're going to restock up here. I kind of try to do like a little breakfast thing with keeping our pancake syrup and pancake mix up here, some ketchup in reserve, and the oil. So that's kind of what the top shelf is currently. And I tried to create like oats and bread. Okay, I don't even know why I'm saying all this because right now things are all scattered everywhere. The oatmeal's down here, it's up here, chips are down here. And this is supposed to be kind of our catch-all bag situation, trash bags, paper plates, and lunch boxes. And then you can see all this business here. So we really need to just make this look a little neater and a little bit more organized. And we do have a few tools to help us with that. Okay, guys, so our first step is always going to be to clear everything out, but I did want to show you some of the baskets that I got because I don't really know what I'm doing. I didn't really want to invest in expensive baskets right now, so I went to the good old Dollar Tree and found some varying sizes that I thought would accommodate the types of things that we have in our pantry. So we're going to see how these work with some of the ones I already have. But like I said, our first step is going to be to clear everything out of the pantry so we can start from scratch. So let's get to that right now. Okay, so now that we've cleared everything out and we have an open canvas, we always like to start by cleaning it. So we're going to sweep out the bottom, even wipe down the shelves to make sure as we're putting things back on, it's on a clean surface. So let's go ahead and tackle that very quickly. Okay, we wiped everything down, and I will say that I was surprised that there were a little bit of like sticky things that had kind of leaked out that I didn't realize because other things were on top of it. So if you haven't wiped down the shelves of your pantry, I think sometimes when it has these holes in it, it kind of drops on other things and eventually gets thrown away or used up. But it's a good thing to wipe down the shelves. Don't take for granted that they're pretty much clean just because of the type of material. Just a little note that I observed. Now, one of the things I know about pantries is that there's always this question of what actually goes in your pantry. And I'm curious, what things do you put in your pantry versus what you put in your cabinets? I know it varies from family to family. And so pretty much I'm going to organize our pantry how we do home here. Okay, and so what you do at your home is going to be very personal to you. Some people don't put their bread in the pantry, they put it on the counter. Some people put it in the refrigerator. And so you're always going to make sure you organize the pantry based on how your family likes to flow. I don't really think anybody can dictate, this goes in your pantry, this doesn't. So what you're going to witness is my process. I'm encouraging you to develop your own process. And hopefully maybe some of the things I do can inspire you in some way. All right, enough of the chatter. Let's get to organize. Okay guys, one of the things I'm doing now is kind of going through a sort from everything that I've taken out of the pantry. The goal is not to put anything back in the pantry that didn't need to be there in the first place, whether it's expired or we need to consolidate it in some way or make it neater. So I'm just kind of going through and taking inventory of things that I know will not be eaten and don't need to go back in there. And I'm very quickly emptying out different things that have just kind of stayed in the pantry way too long, and therefore it indicates it will not be eaten, and we're going to get rid of that. Because what I'd like to do is start by putting my baskets back in. See, there I go. Not taking the tags off things, and I've had these baskets for over a year. But we're going to commit and take these off. But anyway, so we're going to go through this process of eliminating things and only putting back what we know will be used and eaten. Everything else will be discarded because it's taking up space, but not adding any benefit to us, because from our behavior, we show we're not planning to eat it. Got it? All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go through that elimination process, and then we'll come back with the baskets and then start loading it back in. All right. Okay, so I think we've sorted through everything that we're not going to use. It's in this bag. So everything that's on the counters right now is going to find its home somewhere in this new pantry. Okay, so now that we've sorted things and we have all these baskets, we kind of have to decide how they're going to be arranged in here. I think it's better to kind of put the system in place. That works better for me, and then fill in the items. So I'm going to see how we're going to work this. I tried to go with gray and white as my color scheme. And for me, I liked the baskets that had the holes where you can kind of see, because sometimes when they're solid like this, things kind of settle to the bottom and you don't realize they're there to the naked eye. But this is more so for things I'm thinking about for chips, where you can still see the top of the bag, which I thought this will work for, more so than these that are a little bit more shallow. That was my thought process. We'll see how it all works out. So right now I'm just kind of putting the baskets, trying out a different order of how to maybe do things to see how we like that. One thing about the top shelf, you may not be able to see it, but it's really tall. However, we don't have anything that's that tall to go in the pantry, but oh well. But that's why we like to put the taller items at the top shelf, because it has more space as opposed to the spaces here. Okay, so this is something I'm trying to come up with so that even when you open it up, it's aesthetic a little bit, even though it's going to be filled with items. So this is a system I'm going to try, and we'll see how we like it. Actually, I'm thinking about moving this one down here. And you know how we do. We're going to be moving these things around anyway once we fill them up, but we have to start somewhere, right? Let's get to filling. Okay, I'm going to... You know what? This is what happens when your husband's in the kitchen while you're recording. But I typically put the cereal boxes, once again, because we have the most height up here. However, I'm realizing as I'm going through these cereal boxes, big old box, little bit of cereal. So we're going to get rid of these big boxes. And it's the same thing I was saying about, I think when I was doing the refrigerator or the freezer. There's something about when the item is not in the box that makes people not want to finish it. Do you guys have that same experience? Like if I just put this on the shelf, no one would eat it. If I put this back in the box, it'll look like it's still good. I don't know what that is, some psychology around that. But anyway, so we're going to take these out. This one's still pretty full. We'll be able to put it back up. And then we'll keep moving. All right, same thing with another family favorite, our red berry Special K. Not very much in here. We're going to get rid of the box because it's also deceiving when you go in the pantry thinking you're going to have a nice big bowl of something and there's like crumbs left. So this This lets everyone see their reality up front to know what they're really going to get in their bowl. But it also educates me on what I need to get for the next shopping trip, because I can see the true status of where things are. So we're going to put those up there for now. Let's keep it moving. Okay, we're going to keep putting our tall bulk items like the distilled vinegar and our pancake. This is our bulk pancake mix up here. Continue to put our tall things up there. Oil. Bulk things. So none of those need to go in a basket because they don't really need to be contained. So we're gonna keep moving. The occasional ice cream cone also is gonna go up here. Okay, now we're gonna kind of move to our smaller items like snacks. So this is like some instant oatmeal. Once again, box is pretty much done. Put that in recycling. And we're gonna kind of utilize one of these baskets for the oatmeal. And I think I have more. So pretty much I'm gonna be taking things out of packages and putting them in these baskets to see how we like the organization, okay? This is some microwave popcorn. Once again, we're utilizing the basket. Kind of propping those up, laying them down. Those can be seen, getting more stuff. This is our chip basket. As I said, I chose the deeper one for this. Makes it easy. Probably could have used more than one of these. We don't typically have a lot of chips. We're not a big chip eating family. I love to make haystacks with these or like a taco salad. So I'm actually gonna put that here for now because I've run out of room in my chip bin. And these are like smaller chips, the individual size that we picked up from different things. Still edible, not expired. So we'll actually put these here too in our little snack bin and go get some more snacks. Okay, once again, I said we're gonna take some of the things out of the boxes. This is breakfast Belvita biscuits that the girls like to have as like a grab and go. So there's only 2 left in here. So I'm gonna put that in the same bin as the oatmeal. So this can kind of serve as our quick oatmeal go-to. I also have the Ritz crackers. The size is here, so we have space left. You know, maybe I should get a little closer so you can see as I go. We have space left in our little snack bin. So we're gonna take these rolls out, ouch, and just stack them right in here in the basket. Okay, so that's snack. Now that's the good thing about getting rid of the boxes. But this will require a little conditioning for the family because typically when they go in the pantry to look for something, they're looking for the box that's clearly labeled Ritz crackers, so they take it out of there. When you take it out of there, that means they have to look and visually say, these are Ritz crackers. So I know I'm gonna have to recondition my family to kind of not look for the package, but look for the item, all right? So let's keep it moving. So far, I'm satisfied with what we've got. Okay guys, so since the top we're kind of using for bulk items, I'm going to put this oatmeal up here. Now I have more of these in my cabinets. You guys may have seen an earlier video when I got a lot of these from the Dollar Tree, which they still work perfectly. I definitely will advise if you're looking for storage, these things work perfectly. It's easy to refill. Definitely recommend these. $125. So I do put this up here and not in my cabinet just because when we think about oatmeal, we tend to come here. But that's something that may change. And so I found more instant oatmeal. So that's gonna go out of the box and in here. This is kind of the reserve of oatmeal. So since this is kind of our bulk shelf up here, we're gonna put that up here and put that oatmeal right there. We're making progress and we still have a few more items to go. So let me just move those in now. Okay, I typically keep the syrup up here beside the pancake mix. So when it's time to make pancakes, sometimes we do it from scratch, but when we do use the mix, we know exactly where it is. So you grab it by association. And there that is. So now we need to handle this bread. Right now we have the sliced bread. Sometimes we have buns, hot dog buns. When it's cool, like in the winter, we will keep it in the pantry. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize this basket for that. It's a little deeper, so it works perfectly for a loaf of bread and these bagels that we currently have. So we're going to just nestle those right in there. Looks good. Let's keep it moving. I did find another snack item. For now, I'm going to put these right here. Did find another snack item, a bigger box of our Cheez-Its. So I am going to see if I can go ahead and keep our theme going and put these Cheez-Its right here in this second snack basket. So what I did was lifted up the smaller items, put our Ritz crackers on top of each other. The key is to not hide anything with anything else. So everything still needs to be visible. So any stacking that you can do is helpful. So these chips will still fit in this same basket. I don't know why I have you guys so far back there. They're gonna fit right back here. So everything is still visible. You can still see the tortilla chips back there. You see the Cheez-Its, and then you see the smaller individual items, and you can still see, the Ritz crackers there. And then you have a little cheat here, holes that kind of help you still see those items. So this is what we have so far on this shelf. This is like snacks, chips, and crackers. And then we have bread over here. Still room there for when we have other bread items like buns, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, or any other type of bread would go there. All right, and up here, we kind of have this as our breakfast, quick breakfast basket. Okay, I do have to take those tags off, I will. With the Belvita biscuits and the oatmeal, and then this is some more snack items here with the microwave popcorn. But we still have a few more items we want to fill in. We're gonna do that now. My mic was dying, so while I was charging it up, I decided to go ahead and still continue while the momentum was flowing. So let me show you what I've done so far. I'm pretty happy with it. This is how we kind of reorganize the top there. I moved some things down here because we had some space left. I have, as you can see, the breakfast items with the popcorn. I just combined them, had the oatmeal there, and kind of the extra condiments and other things in that basket. And this is our bread basket. I added some tortillas and spice bun my husband had in a box, and a croissant that was left over. Everything's consolidated into one basket. These are our chips, some additional snacks here. And then this was something new for us. I took the water from being off of the floor and used 2 baskets to fill them up and put our paper plates right in the middle with the napkins behind them. So this is a little different than what we normally had. I also decided not to put the trash bags back in here and to put them under the sink instead. And the only other thing I need to add to what you're seeing here are our lunch bags. Because we tend to grab a lot of stuff out of the pantry for lunch, I like to keep the lunch boxes in there. And so this is like a little picnic basket that we use to house the lunch boxes. So we're going to just keep them in there and put that right down here in the bottom. I also put our not trash bags, but our extra bags here. I don't like to put things onto the wall in case I change my mind about where I want it. So I just set it over there, so if we need to grab an extra plastic bag, that's where it is. But a lot of things are off of the floor. Things are easily identified, and the pantry looks so much more organized than it did before. So guys, let me know what you think. I mean, it's not some of those fancy pantry organizations. They don't have a bunch of labels and color coordination, but this is simple enough with a few items from the Dollar Tree, done in about 30 to 45 minutes. And I think this is a system that our family can maintain, and it will make it easier for me to do grocery shopping, but also for everybody in the home to find what they need, which is the reason we did this in the first place. Well, we thank you for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Until then, take care, everybody. Be safe.